Hey, channel member people, it is Wednesday, November the 8th. It is 6:27 in the morning. It is currently a chilly -3 Celsius, feeling more like -7. There's a wind chill in effect. And this is a walk after the time change. So it's starting to get a bit lighter already now that the fall back has come into effect. Normally at this time it would be dark for another hour or so, but it might be getting light in about a half an hour. I'm walking along Gerrard Street East. Just going to take my semi-regular early morning stroll around downtown. And somebody was upset with these garbage containers. What did they ever do to them? The brightening sky looking to the south, and even more so looking to the east. The sun will soon be making an appearance. This might be the first below zero walk I've done in quite some time. It looks like that same person has been going on a rampage down the street, knocking over everything they could come across. No doubt a very stable individual. I suppose if I was out wandering, presumably in the middle of the night on a below zero day or evening with no place to go, I might be pretty angry as well and take it out on inanimate objects. Or it could have just been a drunk person. And here you can see where someone's car was broken into. They smashed the side window. You'll see that a lot early in the morning. People shatter the windows of parked cars in order to steal what's inside. You'll often see bits of glass all over the sidewalk where the cars are parked or were parked. And sometimes you'll still see a car with a shattered window that hasn't been discovered yet. That's why many people just leave their doors unlocked if they have nothing of value in the car. Because the first thing a potential thief will do is check the doors to see if they're locked. And if they're not, they can just open up and look around. If there's nothing to take, then no damage done. Alright, so we're going to come off of Mutual Street. This is Gould. Let's just go down, or over a block, and then we'll walk down Dalhousie. Here's a familiar location for many people who watch my videos and streams. My neighborhood grocery store. This used to be an old Sears merchandise warehouse. Now it's very expensive lofts that some celebrities have lived in from time to time. Coming up to Dundas Street. I triggered a light. Heading west on Dundas Street East. They've been in the process of converting the old Bond Place Hotel into affordable housing. Not sure how far along that process is. Maybe they could start by taking down the still very bright and functioning Bond Place Hotel sign. Or at least turning it off. And who needs the sun when you have all the light of young Dundas Square to illuminate everything? And thank you for entertaining us at such an early hour. The Tenor, as this complex is called, regaling us with some classical music. I'm pretty sure that classical music is intended to sort of drive away loiterers who might otherwise hang around the entranceway. At the epicenter of the universe here, Yonge and Dundas. I was thinking maybe of checking out Trinity Square. Emergency vehicle approaching. Clear intersection immediately. I don't see any sign of one. Maybe it thought I was an emergency vehicle. I think we're in for a cold and rainy day and evening later on. This might be the only time to be out recording without getting wet. And despite the below zero temperature, it doesn't feel so bad out here. Maybe it's because there's very little wind. You can hear the announcement across the street from the atrium on bay. It's an automated announcement saying that they're testing the alarm system. And to not disregard any further alarms, because after this point, any further alarms are real. But up until this point, they were merely tests. Here we are, Bay Street, heading south from Dundas. Whoa, way to make a sudden turn without noticing a person. Alright, so here's Trinity Square. Let's take a look in here. This hasn't been all Christmasified yet. They put up all the lights and decorations probably starting in the next week or so, if they haven't begun already. This is a very old 19th century church, the Church of the Holy Trinity, established 1847. And there's an entrance into the Eaton Center. This used to be a regular city street before the development of the Eaton Center. There was some old pre-war buildings along it, but most of that was demolished for the mall. That began in the early 1970s, and the mall opened in 1977. It's called James Street. Still called James Street, but it doesn't really feel like a street anymore, more of a walkway. But you do get this awesome view of the backside of Old City Hall. But if you can imagine old 19th or early 20th century buildings going all along here, once upon a time. Looks like you can go in the mall. I know they do tend to open the doors very early before the stores open, although she's finding out that you can't go in that way. Can she go in that way? No, she cannot. She might have to go into the Queen Street entrance if it is open at all. I have come into the mall at this time of day previously, several years ago. And now here's all the ongoing construction for the Ontario line. New subway that will run under Queen Street, right up ahead. And the sky is starting to look almost daylight now. So I guess you can enter here. Oh, should we take a look in the empty, not yet open for business mall? This also gives the construction workers a chance to get some noisy work done before the mall opens for the day. They don't have to worry about disrupting customers. That's a new food hall they're building down there. These new stairs have also recently been added here, right beside the escalator. And more new stairs there. Give it a few hours and this place will be bustling. I'll have to come back here once all the Christmas decorations are completely unveiled. We've already erected the big reindeer, but they look much nicer when the lights are turned on. And up ahead, that huge tarp will be where the tallest Christmas tree in Canada will be installed. It's obviously behind there already, just waiting to be unveiled. Last year they couldn't install it because there was work being done on the glass atrium here, replacing the glass panes. So they had to forego the big Christmas tree last Christmas amid many complaints. So I guess people will be happy to see it's back this year. Not sure what day it will be unveiled. I presume probably after Remembrance Day. But as you can see, it goes all the way down to the level down below. And almost all the way up to the atrium. Blackberry. There's a blast from the past. And the fountain has not yet been turned on. I suppose that'll turn on in the next couple of hours. And now we can head back out onto Yonge Street, maybe. Okay. Let that person figure out which door is the right one. Because I probably would have done the same thing. And now look how bright it is. And looking much busier already, at least traffic-wise. But quite a few people out and about also. It looks like work is going on inside the old bank building there that has been vacant and wrapped in protective webbing to keep pigeons from pooping on it for years. They've removed all the pigeon protection and lights are on inside. Is something afoot there, perhaps? Well, that being said, I am going to start wrapping up this very early morning walk around the city. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. And be sure to do all the things, hit all the buttons if you haven't already. I'm sure many of those buttons have already been hit, but it's nice to say it anyway. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal, as well as via my merch store. And there's also a super thanks button right down below if you'd like to support the channel that way. And you can find me on Instagram also under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back because, as always, I will continue.